As we return to action here on PCW Full Throttle, what a match that's going to be next week at Genocide. Storm and Malone, the world title belt on the line.
Well, I hope Malone knows what he's getting into.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the PCW World Television Championship. Introducing first, accompanied by Brandon Collins, he is one half of the Elite from Cleveland, Texas, the real deal, Nobe Bryant.
These two have been partners for a long, long time. Brandon Collins, I understand, just weeks away from returning to action in the ring himself. But Nobe Bryant about to challenge for the television title, but he's up against a man who's got a date with destiny next week.
Yeah, that's the only date he's had in the last 6 months.
Oh, come on now.
Well, good to see Brandon Collins is up and around, and you know, he went and got his manager's license so he could stay in the business. You know, he's been working through some adversity, working out, getting everything better. Look, he's confused. He doesn't know where he is.
He is not.
He is too. He comes through the curtain.
I have no clue where you get
a
that.
left at Albuquerque. He always looks like he doesn't know where he's at.
He is fired up and he is ready to go. He's got Storm next week, but first things first, he's got this TV title defense against Nobe Bryant.
From Kansas City, Kansas, he is the PCW World Television Champion, Mace Malone!
Would somebody tell that idiot that Kansas City's in Missouri?
Well, I believe there is a Kansas City in Kansas and one in Missouri. They've got the river running right in between them. Terry Stevens with the belt, and this is going to be a fabulous match. We've got two of the fine young athletes of PCW going up against each other.
Yeah, that's right.
And another one, as much as I personally dislike the guy, I have to give him his props as an athlete, Adrian Sensation. He will take on Sabu next week at Genocide.
How can you dislike Adrian Sensation?
He's an arrogant son, but you know what?
Well, so are you.
I am not.
How could...
Oh, wait a minute. Bryant going after Malone with the title belt, and Malone was waiting for him, and now firing away with the right hands as this one is officially underway.
What has Adrian Sensation ever done to you? He's no more arrogant than Brad Pitt. He's no more arrogant than Richard Gere.
Well,
He's no more arrogant.
those guys?
I'm talking. He's no more arrogant than Tom Cruise. Okay, maybe he's a little arrogant, but he's not as arrogant as a lot of people in Hollywood.
Wow, what a hip toss out of the corner by Mace Malone, and it is Bryant reeling and up and over and down to the floor.
Hey, can't we all just get along?
I don't see Malone and Bryant getting along in this match, and certainly next week, all hopes of Malone and Storm getting along, they just flew out the window many, many weeks ago.
You know, before Mace Malone got kicked out of the SWAT team,
He did not.
They told him that they wanted all their equipment back, and they've actually sent a summons to the building here at PCW to get all their equipment back, and Mace Malone's been running scared.
They have not.
Oh, yeah, he's got summons, he's got warrants out for his arrest, all sorts of stuff.
He does not. Will you get off that? I know who's feeding you all that crap.
The guy's a criminal.
It's Tim Storm, it's the Dark Circle who is feeding you all of that, and none of it is true.
Why would the Dark Circle lie to me?
Why would the Dark Circle lie to you? Oh, I can sit here and tell you all freaking not if you want to, Buster.
Tim Storm is a good friend of mine, and I'm proud to know him, and I'm proud to get some information from him. But just because Mace Malone is a thug and a criminal and a thief...
Oh, good God. Bryant slugging away, but Malone levels him with a hard right hand.
Look, and he's throwing illegal punches.
And now Bryant twisting it around, and overhead throw there by Bryant. Very athletic move there.
Yeah, Nobe Bryant, very, very wiry.
On top with a cover, too. Only a 2 count. Bryant and Collins, longtime partners in the tag team known as the Elite, and there is another member of the Elite, Ashton Cage. And these two have been cutting a path through PCW's ranks for several weeks now, and it is one-on-one competition. What a wild forearm there by Bryant.
He's just polishing off the dome of Mace Malone there.
Seriously doubt that. Pulling back on the chin, and once again firing in that forearm.
Did you hear it when it went across his head?
I could hear it. Oh, come on. That's not the sound it made. Irish whip now by Bryant, and a back elbow. And it's Bryant with the upper hand now on the former SWAT team Demolitions member and reigning World Television Champion.
Demolitions member. The only thing this guy ever dismantled was a bed.
Come on. Hard shot to the back by Bryant. And a headbutt to the back.
Wow, going after the kidneys.
And now Bryant once again on top of Malone, and I mean literally on top of him, standing on him with his full weight on that second rope. And look at this, Brandon Collins getting in the picture, going right into the eyes.
I don't think that's what he was doing. I think he was trying to wipe the sweat out of his eyes.
I seriously doubt that. Bryant on top, leg hook for the cover too, and they're in the ropes, and that broke it up. And of course, next week, a big tag team match. It's going to be the tag team champions, the Bussies, defending against Mike Fox and Claudia, who are going into that match disadvantaged. Fox with a broken wrist and 3 fingers, Claudia with a broken wrist.
And the Bussies are 100% healthy, so who do you think's walking out of there with the belts?
1, 2, and only a 2 count, and Bryant almost walked out of there with the belt himself, but as far as next week's tag team match, it's too close to call. Mike Fox, of course, former 3-time world heavyweight champion here in PCW, and Claudia, of course, she's not afraid to take on anybody, male or female.
And that's why she keeps getting broken bones. You let your temper get away with you. There he goes, right here.
2, and only 2.
You let your temper get the best of you and you start to get unfocused and you start to do some stupid things. Quite like Mace Malone's career's gone.
Oh,
However,
what? Mace Malone's the TV champion. He's got a world title shot coming up next week, for crying out loud.
Yeah. I don't know if you call that a world title shot or that he's going to get his ass kicked by Tim Storm.
Right into the corner, and Bryant, oh my, it's nothing but top turnbuckle. Malone very alert out of the way, and now with a kick. And another one. And Bryant perched very precariously on that top rope. Let's see what Malone's going to do here.
Ready for what? What, so you can beat up a guy who's prone on the ropes? Yeah, you're bad.
Firing in those rights. Oh, and there he goes. Malone didn't even have to fire a shot.
Well, much like in his SWAT days.
And Malone now shot to the midsection and whip across the ring.
The only trigger Mace Malone's ever heard of is Roy Rogers' horse.
Oh, come on now. That was before his time. Mace Malone now going for another whip, and Bryant, my gosh, the force of that one took Malone down.
That one moved the ring a couple inches.
And now it's the Malone, the PCW Television Champion, face first into that second turnbuckle now.
See, Nobe Bryant can take a beating, man. I mean, he's really taking a pounding, but look, he comes back, he's resilient. It's all that training that he's had with Brandon Collins and Ashton Cage.
Backflip by Bryant, and look at that. Oh, wow, what a drop kick right into the corner. No place for Malone to go, but straight down.
Yeah, his chest had nowhere to give to, so his feet actually compressed his chest. There it is.
Roll up, 1, 2, only 2.
We are that close to having a brand new TV champ.
Very, very close. This match is taking an awful lot out of both of these tremendous athletes.
Just like Mace Malone was that close to graduating high school.
Well, he went for the real deal there, but instead Malone, with that modified version of the rock bottom right there, the bigger booyah, if you will. And now who's going to get up? Both men feeling the effects of this match. They have been beating the tar out of each other for about the last 10 or 15 minutes. Malone on top, 1, 2. Oh, wait a second. Collins trying to climb into the ring there. He needs to get back down on the floor where he belongs, and now Malone is to his feet.
He is not, oh, hey, you can't do that.
There goes
He's not even a wrestler. There you go.
Oh, schoolboy roll up. That could have cost Malone too. Oh, my. Very nearly a 3 count.
Well, Terry Stevens is not counting very fast.
Oh, look at this. Malone's getting him hooked in. We're going to see the detonator there. He has it. He has the detonator on Bryant. 1, 2, and 3. Mace Malone, still your television champion. Next week, he'll take on Tim Storm for the world belt.
Your winner and still PCW World to Mace Malone.
It's a fluke.
I give them credit. Both men, a tremendous